What is up? Thank you for coming to my channel, Prison POV. So I went out and got a real fancy light system for the video recording. What it is, it's these two spotlights that hang from my ceiling. You can see them right there. I just installed them. They're supposed to hit my face and enhance my features. Bullshit! The truth is, I don't know why they're there. This video should have been in the process an hour ago, but I spent a long time unplugging this light bulb, unplugging that one, foil on the windows. Dude, I've done everything. And still, those are there. And I hope they don't bug you as much as they bug me. And I did consider, like, not even doing a video. But I thought, no, I can't do that. Especially, I already threw a thumbnail out. Like, hey, video today. Can you imagine if I didn't do one? Fuck, I never hear the end of it. So, put Alco coffee on mine. Shout out to my homegirl, Lucky Lucy, from the Bay. Hey, Bay, Bay. Hey, Bay, Bay. And her dad, Mountain. As it turns out, she went to go talk to her dad, Mountain. I guess it was his birthday. They would go kick it. And just in the process of conversation, they figured out, hey, they're both fans of Prison POV. And I don't say fans. They're both friends. They're friends of Prison POV. They're my homies. So thank you, Lucky Lucy, and thank you, Mountain. Shout out to you guys, man. Nothing but the utmost love and respect. You know what's up. Alright, so, man, I'm just going to get on with this video right now. I had a girlfriend. Like 6 years. But in that 6 years, I went in and out of the pen 4 different times. And that's not even counting. So one time when I got arrested by the BPD, pulled over, and I went in, my parole officer COP'd me, called continue on parole. He let me out after a week. So much action took place in that week. Everything from the arrest, how I got arrested, to what happened in county jail during that week, to when I got out. It's a whole video. It might even be next. I tell you this, when I was in county jail for that week, one of the homeboys sent me out to the streets. Meaning when I got to the streets, he wanted me to get out of one of his sons. I found his son in the hood. I jammed him up. There were some heated words. I was aggressive. I was like, well, what's up, dude? We can go to the streets and handle this. He didn't want none. A couple weeks go by. We meet again in Oildale. This time, he's the aggressor. Weird how things can switch up. It has a lot to do with frame of mind. So I bump into him again in Oildale. More heated words. He's the aggressor, and we actually end up fighting. But he cheap shot at me. He pulled one of these moves. We're like eye to eye, getting ready to sling him, and he pulls one of these like he's looking off. I fell for it. Let's see what he was looking at. Boom. Cheap shot at me. We chucked him. He ended up telling his brother later, Splinter only hit me a couple times. His brother goes, yeah, but those hits were solid. Motherfucker. Anyways, be that as it may, so that week was crazy. I would talk about that. With this girl for 6 years. But really, how much could we have been together? Like I said, in and out 4 different times. And that week. I apologize. I already caught myself repeating, and the video's only 3 minutes in. We're going to push forward. So, had this old lady, man. She was not loyal or faithful. Every time I would go into the pen, I never got letters, money in my book. She'd kick me straight to the curb, left me hanging like wet laundry. I had nothing coming. But she told me what time it was. I mean, I knew what was up. She had to replace me. As soon as I went in, she's the type of chick she had to have an old man. So, if I wasn't going to be there for her, then she's going to pick somebody else. And then she would throw it back on me and say, well, if you wouldn't abscond, if you wouldn't go back, maybe we could be together longer. Anyways, had this old lady. She was not faithful or loyal, and I was living with her at her people's house. One day, she wakes up and straight tells me, hey, I got a cousin. He's my age. He lives on the beach. We're really close. We were closer when we were younger. He's going to come into town today and pick me up, and we're going to go run around. My cousin, who's my age, I'm Mel, lives at the beach. I'm like, what? That doesn't process. Are you speaking slang? What does that mean? Give it to me a different way. Surely I can't take that sentence at face value. You have a male cousin your age that lives on the beach. You guys were close when you were younger. Now he's on his way to come pick you up and you guys are going to hang out. Not like a family reunion. None of your other family members are involved. Aunts, uncles, happy to see this cousin. Just you. I'm going to pick you guys up. You guys were closer. You guys were closer when you were younger. None of this is making sense. I'm tripping. I wish I had a bottle of water. The coffee's bomb, but I feel like drinking water. So, we end up getting in a fight about it, naturally. Since I'm living with her people's house, I end up leaving. I'm walking down the road. All of a sudden, this car comes and pulls up. Some chick. The type of chick that fights like this. Tough chick. Tatted down, been to the pen, with the business, carries a knife. Pulled up. Kind of recognized me. I knew her from. I knew her because she was my girlfriend's friend. The one who's now hanging out with her cousin who's from the beach. So it kind of tripped me out when she pulled up. Like, what? She said it was coincidence. But I knew it was coincidence. I didn't let trip me out too much. She didn't know where she knew me from. She just knew she knew me. She pulled up as I was walking down the road. She said, hey, jump in, homeboy. I got in the car like, what's up? She's like, yeah, I need to find my laptop. Some people stole my laptop. Go help me get it back. I'm like, fuck, I got nothing else going on. Let's roll. We start going to these different motels. We walk in this one motel. She's like, I need to get my laptop or fucking me and homeboy are gonna beat everyone's ass. I like look at her and I look back down. I'm like, no, actually, I'm looking for my old lady. She's hanging out with her cousin. He's from the beach. That's pretty much my get down right now. We end up leaving. Go to a couple of different motels. She's chasing down this fucking laptop. I'm just wondering where my old lady's at. What is she doing with her cousin from the beach? Finally, I guess I should mention that how she got this car was a dude named Freddie. Borrowed it off somebody the day previous. She takes the car from Freddie so she can go around looking for her laptop. Now the people are looking for Freddie to get their car back. Freddie's looking for her. She's looking for her laptop. I'm looking for my old lady who's hanging out with her cousin who's from the beach. So we end up driving. We can't find her fucking laptop. She wants to go to a bar. We go to this bar. We walk in. We start hanging out. All of a sudden, she starts talking to some dude. She's on him like a cheap suit. They just start talking at the bar. Next thing I know, he's at second base. She's got a lip lock. The lip locking. Hanging out, hands all edge over, kissing. I'm gonna bounce. I show up with this chick, all of a sudden she's with this dude and they're doing whatever. Man, obviously I'm extra. I'm the third wheel. I had nothing sexual involved with that chick anyway. Like, she wasn't my chick, so I don't care she's all over this dude. But still, they don't know that. Maybe they think I showed up with her. Anyway, dude, I gotta split the scene. This is not for me. I show up with this chick. I don't give a fuck. I want to know where my old lady's at who's hanging out with her cousin. This dude is from the beach. So I go and tell her. I interrupt their makeout session. Go, hey, dude says I'm gone. She hands me the keys to the car. Says, here, go ahead and take it. I was like, what? Couldn't believe it. And give me the car. It didn't even, no red flags went up. Like, maybe it's stolen. Maybe, obviously it's not her car. She doesn't even care about this car. I didn't give a fuck about that. I was like, sweet. So I had this car smashed down the road. I'm going to go buy my old lady's pad. And peep out what's going on. See if I see her cousin from the beach. Or what the hell's happening. But it's cool because I'm in a different car. So I can I'm going to be incognito. And in the neighborhood, my lady's only like a mile away. Hold up. Alright. So, on my way there, sirens. I started to get pulled over. No way am I stopping, man. I gun it. I don't care if I get pulled over. Not that I get pulled. I do care if I get pulled over, so I gunned it. I don't care if I get busted because I'm already absconding on parole. I just want to make it to my old lady's house. I want her to see me get arrested. I want to try to get a peep on this cousin from the beach if I can. I just got to make it there. Also, trip on this. No matter where I'm living at in this time period, since I'm always absconding and running from the law, I always scope out a hiding place, no matter where I'm staying at. Since I was staying at my old lady's her dad's pad, that was kind of rough, dad's pad. Since I was staying at my old lady's dad's pad, I had a hiding place scoped out right there, and it was perfect. What it was, in his backyard, there's a big old tree. If I jump his fence, which is like a picket fence, the neighbor behind him had a big shed. So in between the shed and the fence, there's like a small little gap. I could shimmy in like that. And then there's a big old tree covering it. So as I'm woo, cops are trying to pull me over. I'm hauling ass over to my lady's pad to see the cousin from the beach. Plus, I'm gonna get to my hiding spot. I know I could pull up on this street, and the house is over here in the cul-de-sac. Jump this fence in someone's backyard. Jump another fence, I'm in their backyard. Jump a couple more fences, I'm in the cul-de-sac. Run around, jump a couple fences. I'm in my hiding spot under the tree by the shed in between the fence. That's what I do. So, I gun it. Pull over it, jump out. Get to where I want to be at. I get right there to my little shed. I'm shimmied in. I hear sirens. I hear a copter. I mean, they're out looking for me for a while. I didn't hear dogs. Good thing. Had I been bit? Had I been bit yet? I don't know. I think I got bit later. I don't think I've been bit yet. I ended up getting bit by a canine. I don't know how this had happened already. But it didn't cross my mind, so probably not. That's some scary shit. You do not want a motherfucking dog on you, out looking for you. I didn't hear no dogs barking, a copter, sirens, cops, breaker 10949 for like an hour. Then finally they split. They didn't find me. Got away fucking smooth. Ended up happening though, I don't want to get too much ahead of myself. They ended up busting that dude Freddie for it. Since he had the car, they're already looking for Freddie. Already knew that he stole it. Don't matter if he fucking gave it to the chick, she gave it to me. He's really the one that stole it originally. So I ended up getting him for the high-speed chase and all that. He ended up doing 32 months, 80% because he had a previous strike. And I asked him, I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, after like an hour goes by, I jump out from this fucking shed. I go into my lady's dad's garage so I could change clothes. I end up putting on these female real tight, half like blue, half yellow, real tight jeans. It'd probably be cool looking now since, you know, in the day and age of skinny jeans, which I still don't wear them. They're hella tight and tapered. And this like windbreaker was Nike, but it was white, green, black, and purple. And it's like a weird like 80s hooded, like weird, crazy like Nike windbreaker thing. Not that I'm not dressed like this, but I had to get out of the clothes I was wearing. Not that it mattered. Anyhow, get these clothes on, I take off walking, and I go down the street to a homeboys of mine. He's an older dude, he's not in the scene, he's a working dude, but he always smokes bud, and he gets it by the pound. Every once in a while he'll call me up and say, hey, you want my bags of seeds and stems? And when I go over there, it's actually like a lot of weed, because he'll roll joints, and this what's left there, he'll throw in a bag. He calls it seeds and stems. And ain't seeds and stems, this is like shake, left over from rolling the joint. So I go over and kick him every once in a while. I knew he was like a tweaker on the down low. He'd have me score a meth once in a great while, but he would never do it with me. He didn't want me to think that he did it, like a scoring, oh, can you get me some? It's for one of my friends. Didn't tweak out at party's house or not. Anyway, I went to his pad, and I go there, and I'm like, dude, I just ran from the cops. His old lady started freaking out, like, what? She was having a panic attack. I was like, dude, it's been like hours since they were looking for me. It's been a long time ago. She showed her cards. I knew right then and there when she started tripping on me and having a panic attack that she was actually the tweaker. That's how I was scoring the dope for this whole time. I thought it was this old working dude who would give me his fucking little extra over weed, and he'd have me scoring dope just for his old lady. I could tell right then and there. I looked around, I was like, oh, you fucking tweaking ass bitch, man. I got paranoid for nothing. Don't even trip on it. Anyway, they told me to fucking kick rocks. I never did go back over there. They fucking tripped on me hard. It is bad. You don't go to someone's house when you run from the cops. You don't walk in the door, dude, hide me, man. Cops are looking for me, which I have done before. It's not cool. People get pissed. But you gotta figure, I was in between that fucking shit and that fence for an hour. It'd been an hour at least since I heard any kind of police activity or movement. And I walked all the way from there to there and didn't get pulled over, so, Anyway, I take this fucking canal. I get away. I get busted. Freddie ended up doing 32 with 80. He got out, he was on bail, and I ended up getting a car. And I ended up bumping that fucking Freddie dude, and I had him work on it. And it wasn't running, but it was sort of like, it'd make a little bit of a noise. But after he got done with it, it was like, so that's another good rule. Never have somebody work on your vehicle if they go to prison because one of your charges. But I didn't really put two and two together at the time that this was the same Freddie. I put two and two together when I was in the holding tank. When he's actually on his way to prison, we caught the chain to Wasso together, and we were talking. He's like, yeah, I'm just doing this 32 a day for high-speed chase and stolen car. And I was like, ah, I see. Didn't take it any further than that. So, I got away. If I'm a little bit off, it's because, man, I've been stressing because, I don't want to get into it, but I've had a stressful day. Then I fucked around and took some Kratom, and I knew I shouldn't have done that, so I feel like a little bit of goofy. And the reason why I took the Kratom is because I threw up my methadone dose yesterday, which means I had to get into my dose from today, even myself out yesterday. Fuck, it's a big nightmare. The mat life is a fucking nightmare. And I can't wait to get off all that shit completely. It'll happen. So, man, what else? This scar. Where's it at? I'm gonna tell you about this scar. Can you see it? Let's see, I can feel it, because a piece of my head is missing the side. It's right here. Hope you guys can see that. It's a scar right there. Like I said, I could feel it because like a piece of my upholstery is missing inside of my head. The stuffing. I used to always wear a bandana. That was my look. I always wear a bandana. White ones, black ones, blue ones. Every color. Except for like purple, pink, yellow type of shit. That goes out saying, I don't wear a red bandana either. Anyhow, I got a burp. Excuse me. Tastes like Kratom. Alright. I wear bandanas all the time. One day I went to go take off the bandana and I noticed, gosh darn it, excuse me. I noticed when I took my bandana off and I would take a shower that there was like a round, like it was like pussy. It was like an open wound. And they're like, what in the fuck? And I'm kind of somewhat of a picker. Like if I see like a developing pimple or something, I'll be all on it. I'll get that ass. Oh, what, a pimple? Well, I think I used to be when I was on dope. Not now. See how clear this complexion is? But back in the day, if I seen something like that, I would start picking. But I knew immediately, yo, this is not something to be picked. This thing should be fucking left the fuck alone. So it was, I had like, it was like breathing. It's like that for like a week and a half or so. Now, previous to this wound, this girl, the reason why I have 5152 on my wrist, is because this girl named Melissa, she's off the hook. She did all kinds of fucking weird ass shit. She told me she was born with no eyes. Then produced a picture of her as a newborn baby with actually wrappings and bandages around her eyes. Got me thinking like, fuck, where'd you get those eyes? Crazy, I could tell you, go on and on about 5152 Melissa. I go there one day, I'm dope sick. Sick. Thinking maybe if she might have had some or whatever. She tells me she has 30 bucks, she needs a cop, she wants a score, she needs to walk and go meet her connection far from her house, like more than a mile. We're over by the DMV, and she, for those of you in Bakersfield, and she lives over off by Chester and 2nd, or used to. So right there, all the way at DMV, it's far as hell, and I'm sick. And she's sick too. So we get there, she gets a dope, we're walking back, she keeps going to the bathroom, saying that she's sick. But I'm starting to notice that she's coming out of the bathroom a little bit more loaded. She ain't sick no more. She's telling me she's going there to throw up, but she's going there to fix. And she's coming out, and she's just like, man, I'm sick. Oh, I hate that morning thing when someone is high, and they pretend to be fucking dope sick. Like, you ever pull up on homeboys out washing his car, shh, and he sees you, drops a hose. Hey, what's up, homeboy? I'm sick, dog. I'm motherfucker, you were just washing your car. Anyway, I hate people who pretend to be sick when they're not. She kept going to the bathroom. She stopped in the restroom like 3 or 4 different times to fix and act like she wasn't. I'm just thinking to myself, just get to her house, man. Just whatever. She's being a fucking scantless freak, but I know the type of chick she is. Just whatever. Get to her pad. We get to her pad. She still don't want to get me loaded. She straight said, let's wait till the morning. Let's stay sick all night. She goes, I'm sick. If I could be sick, you could be sick too. All loaded. Let's just be sick all night. We'll wake up and get in the bag and use in the morning. I'm just like, I'm out of here. I freaking left. Had nothing to do with her. Then, go to the time period I had this. Now I'm on a mountain bike. I've upgraded to walking around. I got me a damn mountain bike now. And I have some dope, some heroin I want to use. And where can I fix that? I'm in her neighborhood. I'm like, I'm going to go to her house and fix it at her house. And I'm not going to give her jack shit. I'm going to lie and tell her I have something. Well, I do have something. I'm going to tell her I'm going to give her something. I'm not going to give her nothing. That's how she treated me. And I used to be real petty and like revenge. If you did me dirty, I'd fucking do you dirtier. I don't care if it's fucking 10 years later. Fuck all that. So, go to her pad. She happens to be sick. Think about sick people. You could tell them whatever. And they'll believe it. You could tell them, look, Melissa, we have to go like this. We have to stand on our foot for like this for 10 minutes. And if we do that, the connection will come and bring us dope. And they'll be like this? You're supposed to stand like this? Yes, just stand like that for 10 minutes. Gullible. When someone's sick, you can tell them anything, they'll believe you if they think it's going to lead to them getting well. So I straight went in there, said, hey, I need a fix. I have some dope. I need to try it. If it's good, I'll give you some. And I showed her just what I have a little bit. But I got more outside. It's tied to my bike. Why would I have more outside tied to my bike? It's like, stand on your leg. What, like this? Stupid. Obviously, it's all I have. I said, hey, I got more outside. It's tied to my bike. I'm going to go in your bathroom. I'm going to fix this up. If it's good, I'll give you some. Okay. She's all sick. I got no conscience, man. I'm going to do her dirty. I'm not going to give her shit. But that's how she did me. So anyway, I go in there. And after I fix, I take the bandana off and look at this. I know my hair. Gym hair, don't care. Anyway, I noticed it was really pulsating and really looking crazy. And I was like, shit. So I reached up and gave it a slight squeeze. This big old glob, big old pouch, something like shot out. Like, I thought I seen it hit the corner of the wall and like scory up like straight from Men in Black Part 3. This thing looked freaking crazy. But I couldn't find it. Amongst the blow dryers and the cans of hairspray, I was moving everything around trying to fucking look for it. So it was looking like big old, I think it was a pouch of fucking spider eggs. I think a spider straight went inside my head and fucking laid eggs. And that's what it was. I don't know, man. But I know when I squeezed it, fucking shut, it was crazy. I look around, start knocking stuff. What, you okay in there? Yes, I'm just looking for this pouch of spider eggs that I pushed out of my forehead that I'm pretty sure grew legs and walked up your wall. Be out in a minute. Anyway, I go out to my bike. I say, hey, okay, it was good dope. I'm going to get the dope I have tied to my bike, and I'm going to get it for you. Instead, I jumped on my fucking bike, started riding off. You motherfucker! I think she threw a flashlight or something at me. Oh, well. So that's how we get down. We squeeze out spider eggs, and we fucking do dirtier than he done us. Hello. What else, man? That's about it. Cut the string on this, let it fly. One more thing. That skinhead video I did last, you guys saw the community tab I did today. They did not monetize it. Now, I do not do this for money, but it is a bummer when you make a video and you go to your motherfucking YouTube's creator studio and you see a yellow dollar sign instead of green. It means you're not going to get paid shit. I'm not going to use the cash, especially right now. So it's a bummer to make a video, and they only stripped the monetization because I know the word skinhead has a stigma attached to it. My next video I want to do, after probably I talked about the Wheaton County Jail I referred to earlier, I want to do a video about skinheads in prison. Because I noticed when I first started going to the pen in 2000, there was only a couple skinheads. And as I, all the way 15 years later, as I did time in the pen, there was more and more and more. By the time I quit going to the pen in 2015, there's tons of skinheads. And I think I know the reason why they went from just a small number and got huge. There's a gang of skinheads in the CDCR. Anyway, I want to do a video called Prison Skinheads, but I know I cannot call it that. So I'm going to have to get creative. Maybe you guys can help me out. Some of you guys have been shooting me titles. Go looking out. We'll pick one. When you guys see a title, I know you'll be able to see and go, oh, I know what video that is. I'm going to cut the string on this, let it fly. Peace!